is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another VGC 2017 battle. We're going up against a Japanese guy who has a pretty cool team featuring some Pokemon you don't normally see. We're going to see Gigalith, Minor, Togamaru, and Salazzle. Especially like the last three being stuff you don't normally see. Gigalith is pretty standard, but Minor is a Pokemon. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a rock flying. I think I looked it up during the game. But I don't know how bulky it is. I don't know what its attacks do. I think it might learn Trick Room, so I definitely respected the Minor a bit too much this game, which is the right thing to do when you don't know what you're fighting against. Togamaru's pretty good, and Salazzle's a Pokemon that I think is really good. I see it similar to the way Nihilego runs, but it has Fire typing instead of Rock typing to balance it out. So we're just going to start this one off, get right into it. I am leading off with Raichu Garchomp here. So a lead that has potential for like Fake Out and Encores as well as Flings. Also big Z moves from Garchomp. So a very, very aggressive lead, but it's also pretty safe because I have multiple options to flinch things. So we see the Minor Gigalith here. And like I said, Minor is that rock flying, Gigalith is that solo rock type, so there is potential for me to go for rock slides for my Garchomp, or just earthquakes or big Z moves, but since I said I don't really know what that Minor does, I think it might learn Trick Room, or it's gonna do something crazy, right? Minor is gonna do something crazy, so we're gonna Fake Out that. This guy didn't have a Lele to stop it, so Fake Out will come in, and he's gonna Wide Guard with Gigalith, which isn't an incorrect play, thinking, well, maybe if you like Earthquakes, okay, it was Raichu, but instead I'm actually going to decide to go for that big Z move with my Garchomp. It's going to be the Tectonic Rage Stabbed Ground Z move. I'm pretty sure it's a 180 base power. It's going to be going right into that Gigalith slot. And a little bit of a spoiler note here, guys, I am going to crit. So I am going to crit this Tectonic Rage. That is a whole lot of damage, but I don't think there's really a way that Gigalith lives through it anyways. So Gigalith, unfortunately for him, is going to go down. And it's alright, because now the Gigalith's gone, I think I'm in a much better spot. I still don't know what that Minor is going to do, but I have Pokemon that can delay it for even longer in Raichu. So he sends out the Togamaru here, and what we're going to do is we're going to recall Garchomp, because it's definitely done its job of taking out the Gigalith. It's Blitz loaded with the Z move, so we're switching Garchomp out for, Ninetales, and we're going to be using this to break, I'm not going to say break sashes, because it might be breaking Sash. I mean, Minor could have a Sash, I guess, but we're also going to be doing residual damage to everything on the board over the next few turns. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fling my King's Rock at Minor, as we also saw the Togamaru go for Spiky Shield, which are going to be encoring next turn. So we've delayed the Minor for attacking for 2 whole turns, and I don't think it gets Wide Guard, so next turn it's going to be eating a super strong, super effective Blizzard right in the face. And the hail damage is also something that definitely does matter. So we're going to be encoring this Togamaru, which means he's going to be stuck using Spiky Shield for the next few turns of the game. And Blizzard is going to come in here. Remember, it is super effective, but Minor is apparently pretty bulky, and it does hang on with just a little bit of health. But remember, there is Hail, so I was like, oh no, I didn't KO it. Oh no, it's going to get an attack off. But it used Shell Smash, so Shell Smash being a really cool move, it's going to sharply raise its speed, special attack, and attack stats. But unfortunately for this guy, it's a little bit too late. You could almost call this a minor mistake on his part. That's a pretty good joke. So anyways, Minor is going to faint to this hail damage. Unfortunately, it's not going to get a chance to sweep me up. I think it might have still been too slow, because I really don't know anything about that Pokemon, or even how like its ability works. I just knew that I had to like use Fake Outs and switches correctly to deal with it. So Togamaru is pretty useless using Spiky Shield for the next few turns, and Salazzle comes in here. And I can't really Volt Switch with my Raichu, because there is a potential Lightning Rod Togamaru on the board. So I have to switch Raichu out. I bring back in my Garchomp, and I was thinking about just protecting with my Ninetales, but I'm like, well, if that is a Z move Salazzle, he's going to be targeting me, and that would just break my Sash, and then next turn he would just KO me. So the correct play in this situation is to not protect, because that way he'll just clock your Sash, and you'll be able to hit him. So that was the correct play. We do see the Inferno Overdrive coming out from the Salazzle. It's going to be the Fire Z move, and it is targeting my Ninetales slot. And I do think that I made the correct play by doing this. It's gonna weaken things up just a little bit. I mean, there's a percent chance to freeze, but that's not really why we do this. So, and also note that because we didn't protect this turn, we can protect next turn, and that's like the real kicker. Because next turn we have to use Earthquake, right? That's the plan. So Salazzle gets chunked a little bit, and it's pretty obvious at this point from both sides that I'm going to be going for the Protect Earthquake, because he has a full Juicy board of Pokemon to take that Juicy Earthquake damage. So Ninetales is going to Protect, and I'm thinking, maybe he has Life Orb, or not Life Orb, but maybe he has HP Ice on the Salazzle, but the only way that he gets the KO on my Garchomp is if he has the Hidden Power Ice, which we do see, he totally has it, but he has to have a Life Orb, and since he already blew his Z move, I knew he didn't have the Life Orb, which means I was safe to go for this Protect Earthquake play. So when I saw the Salazzle, I set up these 4 or 5 different situations in my head that could have happened, and it's not like I just fell into this. I used accurate, deduction of what items we can see get used, and I made the correct plays accordingly. So at this point, we have a Garchomp in the red, and we got a Ninetales. And luckily for Togamaru, I think his Encore finally ends, so what we're going to do is we're going to mess with him just a little bit. We're going to use Encore with our Ninetales this time. Remember, we originally used it with Raichu. Now we're going to use it with Ninetales, and we're just going to Earthquake everything. So, I mean, I could have not done that, not revealed my Encore. If this was Tournament, I definitely wouldn't. But because I was on stream, I was just styling on this guy at the end, I figured, you know what, might as well just bust out the Encore and show him what's up. And just, keep him not ever being able to attack. So pretty good stuff. I don't really know what Minor does, so if you guys do know what it does, feel free to leave me a comment saying what it can potentially do, or if I did the right play in dealing with it, because I'm not going to say I guessed, but I just didn't let it attack ever. I used like Fake Out, Fling, super effective attack, multiple layers of hail. So pretty good stuff from me, I think. As always, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.